What's up, Aquarius? Hello and welcome. It's Dr. Leona. I'm coming in for your weekly reading. This is for the week of March 16th to the 23rd, my beautiful, beautiful Aquarians. You guys are the 11th house. You're connected to Saturn. Oh, that wonderful Saturn energy. Right now in Vedic Astrology, I'm a Vedic astrologer. Saturn is actually in Aquarius. Now, if you want to prescribe to tropical astrology, Saturn is in Pisces, but that would bring a lot of loss because Saturn is Lord Karma, and that would mean that you'd be having a lot of loss based on karmic debt. So I kind of like Saturn sitting where it is in Vedic astrology in Aquarius. We'll just stick with wish fulfillment that will come through via your career, possibly through becoming a father, if that's something that you want, or having some kind of connection with your father. There's this energy of like sort of having all these things fall into place for you through small, consistent efforts over time. So if you want to, say, lose weight, get into a health routine, now is the time. If you want to have that bikini body, start now and it will happen for you. You just have to do the work every single day. You have to do Saturn's work every day. So Saturn just came out of combustion and it's entering in a few days on the 15th. I just dropped a video about this on Patreon. Patreon is my page where you can find all of my exclusive extended videos as well as Vedic astrology videos and collective energy extended readings. You can do this for a $10 bill today. There's like 700 posts there. You can check them all out. Not $10 per post, $10 for all 700. Let me say that again, $10 for all 700 posts. Yeah, you can literally go there right now for a $10 bill, buy me 2 cups of really nice coffee, and you don't get to see one extended or 2 extendeds, you get to see everything you want. And then if you go up $1 or 2 higher, you can see all those Vedic astrology videos, including the one about Saturn entering a new equivalent to a lunar house in tropical astrology. It's called a nakshatra. It's entering Shatabisha nakshatra, and that is once in every 30 years. If you want to know how that's going to affect you, come over to Patreon. 236, as I said that, 1224 on the clock. Let's get it going, my beautiful Aquarius. 11th house energy, Uranus and Rahu are also connected to the 11th house. Rahu is the north node of destiny. With the north node of destiny right now in Vedic astrology in Aries, tropical, it's in Taurus along with Uranus. But however you see it, first or second house, it still affects physical life, right? Okay, so here's what we have, the sun coming in. Sun, wherever the sun is in your Vedic astrology chart, that's where you have the potential to make billions. And I said billions with a B. All right, that's pretty good. I mean, if I said millions, people might be like, oh, who cares? That's our world. Okay, wow, this energy is coming out again? Oh, boy, this can't be right. You know what? It is right. Aquarius, you have almost the same reading as Cappy. It's just a little bit different here because now you're getting this energy of this King of Pentacles coming in, right? So that was at the bottom of the deck for Cappy. So that's a very, oh, wait a second. Oh, it is almost the same reading, and I shuffled 108 times. Wow. That's the same thing that came out. These 3 cards, these 4 maybe cards. Wow, you guys, that's crazy. That is crazy. I'm telling you right now, you've got an emperor coming towards you, and now you have a divine pair. Aquarius. This is coming through Saturn energy. In Vedic astrology, Saturn is your ruling planet. You have Saturn, you have Venus, and you have Mars right here. You need to defend yourself against a person that is King of Pentacles, okay? You could be married to that person. You have to defend yourself. It's coming out the way it's coming out. I'm not going to redo the reading. This is a message for you. It doesn't matter if it's similar to the last one. I literally shuffled those cards 108 times, and then you saw me shuffling the cards right in front of you too. So wow, this is about collaboration, possibly third party, possibly, right? It could be work. I think it could be work. You could be getting some new work coming through Saturn energy. That's again that consistent work that you do, slow, consistent, calm, just sort of moving forward no matter what. This Emperor is a little bit defensive surrounding his marriage. Doesn't want to hear that it's a bad one. Okay. This Empress is getting messages in the meantime from the King of Cups. I'm just high-fiving. The Empress is out there. You got some old guy here who's an emperor, but he's like kind of cranky. And he's always defensive, surrounding certain things. And you're like, man, I'm the Empress. Yeah, like, I'm right here. I'm literally, you're the Emperor, I'm the Empress. I'm right here. But in the meantime, the Emperor is really stuck in his head. And then we've got this other party who is just like, you got to defend yourself against. So the Empress, in the meantime, the Emperor is all cranky. In the meantime, the Empress is getting messages, giving and sending messages with the King of Cups. I love that energy. It's like, she's an Empress. She's not going to sit and wait for you to stop being cranky, man. You've got to check in with the program, not the other way around. So we've got this energy of Eight of Wands and the King of Cups. Definitely messages will be coming in. If you connect more with Empress energy, you have messages coming in from someone who loves you that may have been holding back. If you resonate more with the energy of this Emperor, you could be a little cranky. You might be a little defensive surrounding a home, a marriage situation. There's something that you are going to be getting some perspective on. And, I also see that if you resonate here with this King of Pentacles, that could be Capricorn energy. We do have that Cappy energy coming in for my beautiful Aquarius. Some of you, I'm going to tell you this too. This is also why I found this interesting, that literally the same cards came out after 108 shuffles. Because in Vedic astrology, tropical Aquarius is actually Capricorn. If you're in the first 24 degrees of Aquarius, you're very likely Capricorn. And then you're like, well, then who's Aquarius? Well, that would be people in the first 24 degrees of Pisces, Vedic Pisces. And that's happening, or tropical Pisces, right? So that's happening right now. People born in March, even as late as like mid-March, could actually be Aquarius. They're considered Pisces in tropical astrology, but the sun doesn't enter Pisces until basically the 15th of this month. I mean, that's the actual position of the sun, will actually be in Pisces. So wild stuff. You do have happiness at the bottom of the deck. So someone's getting some perspective here about something. We just don't know what yet. It looks like Jupiter energy is bringing in these messages from this King of Cups for you. If you resonate with the energy of the Empress, that's Venus energy. Look for Venus in your chart. This is Jupiter in the 9th house. This is 9th house energy, where regardless of where Jupiter is, but it is Jupiter energy. And it is also Chiron, the wounded healer. So you have an angel here trying to help you with a relationship. It looks like some of you might have a toxic relationship with an emperor. So the universe is sending in a pinch hitter. Now, this did come out in Capricorn as well. Very interesting, you guys. I do think some of you have Cappy placements, or you yourself are Vedic Capricorn, and you need to take a look at the Capricorn reading and see what I'm talking about, because there was a lot there. I also had some messages from Spirit that came through in the YouTube reading, and I continued it over on Patreon. So that is likely going to happen again toward the end of the reading. The other side starts to panic, and they're like, get out, say this, say it. I'm like, okay. In fact, I'm hearing right now something like Rusty. I don't know if that's someone's name. I don't know what that is, but as soon as I open that door even a little bit, I just get a flood of requests. Benjamin, I'm hearing now the name Benjamin. Okay, we're gonna have to put a hold on that, because we have this Cancerian energy here. Here's the signs that I see so far: Pisces, Aries. We have Aries, Scorpio here. We have Venus energy. This is the energy of Taurus, but it could also be Libra, because Venus rules Libra. We've got Cancer here. We've got more Pisces energy here. This is Jupiter in the 9th house, Sagittarius energy. We have Capricorn here, but it's also Saturn, which rules you. So I feel like this is your ruling planet kind of coming out in force. Saturn, Venus, Mars, Jupiter, Jupiter and Neptune, Jupiter and Chiron, okay? These are big, this is more Jupiter and Neptune coming out for you. So, my beautiful Aquarians, like I said, Vedic Pisces is actually tropical Aquarius. So this crossover here, the truth is somewhere in between because we do live in the 21st century. And so both of these are current and relevant today. For Vedic astrology, the biggest people that come forward for Vedic astrology are people who are CEOs, celebrities, sports figures, just people that are looking to make big changes. They want it. Politicians are another one, by the way. They want to win the election. They want to know that's the wrong side. They want to know whatever, they want any advantage they can get. And Vedic astrology has a reputation as being extremely accurate. Accurate to such an extent that it can even see the number of siblings your first spouse will have. And by the way, that would be in your 8th house. Yeah. It would be. That's all I'm going to say. You have to come over to Patreon if you want to know more secrets. Oh, and I did just drop a very fresh video like yesterday. That's how fresh it is. I just made it yesterday and dropped it yesterday. It's a video. It's an extremely ancient Vedic astrology secret on how to understand the North Node in your chart. How to understand what it really relates to. You know, it's saying, oh, okay, it's here. It's in this place, but what is it really? What's the purpose there? What do you really have to do to make that money? Because the North Node of Rahu is where you make money. If it's connected to Saturn, Capricorn, Aquarius, if it has any of those connections, even if it's not in the 10th or 11th house, depending on your ascendant, if you're a Sagittarius ascendant, Capricorn could be your 2nd house. If you have Rahu there, wow, you could be making some money, honey. All right, so this does look like pre-Empress energy. This does look like someone's manifesting a marriage. So this Emperor was quite defensive surrounding a marriage, surrounding a home. I think that these two people I think your divine partner is coming in, but I don't necessarily think it's who you're married to. Could be, but I don't think so for some of you. I think that person's coming in for you. And I think that there is a person you were married to that is this King of Coins, this King of Pentacles, very sort of stubborn, stuck in their ways. This energy of like, okay, it's 1, 2, 3, 4 on the clock. I just have to tell you that because things are going to fall into place for you. And that's a message from the universe. I mean, I just can't come in any clearer really than that. I do think through work, some of you are going to meet someone. Some of you could also be traveling for work. You may need to travel to see family. There's an energy of movement here, of travel. So some of you could be, again, traveling for work in the near future. I do think you need to use your intuition when it comes to this Emperor. If you resonate as an Empress, if you resonate as an Emperor, you need to do the same. Use your intuition. Really connect to your heart. I think some of the Emperors here are not connecting to heart. Okay, this is Empress taming the tiger. And that's coming through a marriage contract, a soul contract to be specific. So the moon is hiding something. What we don't see coming is 10 of Pentacles and 6 of Wands. This is victory. If you're an Emperor, if you're an Empress, if you are connected to other families, if you're meeting in the middle of your lives and you're worried about like this Emperor being defensive about the home, that's kind of what I'm getting. I also wonder if this Empress with the 6 of Pentacles is not necessarily messages with the King of Cups. I mean, it very well could be, but it could also be a divorce with the King of Cups. So I'm wondering if these two people are connected to other energies, and that's why it's a little bit of stuck energy here. And I do think this is a bit of a repeat from Capricorn in a way, because you guys do share some of the same energies. And so Cappy is a cardinal sign. It's the air of Earth. You are not a cardinal sign, but you are an air sign. You are a fixed sign, so you've got some fire there. But that fire energy, fire and earth together, that creates like a lava. That's like creating new lands. That's Taurus energy. Taurus is the 2nd house of family and inheritances. That's why that's lava. because, you know, you're having children, you're expanding your generations. Through generations, you're expanding your your horizons. The island keeps getting bigger. You know, you have to get a bigger house, you have to do different things, you have to, there's got to be movement. If there's stagnancy within a relationship, if there's needs aren't being met, there's stagnancy, then things are over. That's what it is. So this is victory, after having like some energy of juggling. I do think that there's a second marriage coming in for someone here. I do think that some of you have had a very long, hard struggle. I can see that. You've had to really burn the candle at both ends. You've had to balance out monies. You've had to, you know, there's that phrase coming to mind, you know, what is it? It's like borrow from someone saying it on the other side. I don't fully hear it, but it's like borrow from Peter to pay Paul or something. I'm pretty sure that comes from the Catholic Church. I think that those are like apostles. I don't know. What do I know? I see here this energy of a guru. This is a teacher coming in, and they're being sent to you. This could be a therapist, it could be a yoga teacher, it could be a friend, a new friend, but there's someone coming in here as a guru who's going to share wisdom with you. I don't think it's necessarily male or female. I kind of don't see that gender. I see it as being fluid. So it's difficult for me to tell you if this is a man or a woman coming in, but I can tell you it's that this person's being sent to you by your ancestors. It's a very big message coming through right now. Someone needs to hear it. You've been praying for help. It's coming. If you've been praying to your ancestors, to people on the other side, I know some of you have. I can feel that energy. It's literally here in like 5 places, okay? So you've been praying, your prayers are about to be answered. Someone's coming to help you, and they're going to help you to see how to take a leap of faith. Okay? There's an opportunity coming. You need to take a leap of faith. And that leap of faith involves healing. It involves putting down your sword. Now, Aquarius, I know that can be hard for you sometimes, okay? And as I say, put down your sword, here you come as the King of Swords with your sword up. So you're not ready to give up the fight here. This is about your choices. So this has to do with Mars moving into Gemini, which is just happening in Vedic Astrology on Monday. So today I'm recording this on Saturday the 11th. It's happening on Monday the 13th, depending on your time zone, right? So, my beautiful Aquarians, Mars moves into Gemini. You're going to want to fight. It could be some Jekyll and Hyde energy. There's going to be a lot of, because Mars is war. If you have Mars direct in your chart, you're going to be more apt to fight. If you have Mars retrograde in your chart, you're going to be more inclined to peace. I think you have Mars direct in your chart, for those of you, some of you, right? So this is definitely a tower moment coming in. You're not choosing to put down your sword. Some of you are, and it's just going to bring in pain. All right, so I'm giving you the warnings. Listen, don't listen, up to you. But some of you are being asked to listen to, you've been praying on something, you've been asking for some help to come in from the other side. They're sending you someone to help guide you, okay? That's about all I can say. It could be a guru, could be a priest, could be a rabbi, it could be anyone. I don't know. I mean, it could be anybody, right? It could be a friend coming in. It literally, it's someone, it could be a teacher, it could be a colleague, someone that you can talk to, and you're going to get some wisdom from this person. It's almost like, this is what I'm hearing from the other side. This is what it's going to be like for you. You'll be sitting down with someone, whoever this represents. You won't necessarily even know, right? It could be someone you know already. And whoever's on the other side that you've been praying to, they're going to attempt to at least communicate to you through them. So it's like you'll be talking to them and they'll say something that will catch your ear, that will sound like a person that you miss, that you've been praying to on the other side. They're going to try very hard to find a person who's going to be able to communicate with you. And in time, if you put down your sword, it will happen faster. If you don't put down your sword, it's going to be slow. It's going to take a number of waves. And this could, I'm seeing waves in terms of decades at the moment. So it could be 10 years or more. You could miss out on an opportunity. It could take a while before it comes back around. And I do see this energy, my beautiful Aquarians, of the world turning in your favor in time. Happens faster if you put down your sword, if you know what I'm saying here. Some of you do know what I'm saying. So be careful with Mars energy moving into Gemini. That's Jekyll and Hyde. It can be Jekyll and Hyde energy there with that placement, especially if you have Gemini in the 8th house. Ooh, it could go in any direction there. There's really no way to predict that one. And on top of it, Mars is in a equivalent lunar house called a nakshatra in Vedic astrology, and this one is Mrigasira. Mrigasira is the stag. What do stags do? They fight. Mars in Mrigasira is fighting energy. And it can be over females. It can be over males. It can be some kind of like pissing contest. It could be something ego driven. It could be like, oh gee whiz, this is my baby, this is my car, this is my house, this is my, instead of looking at it in a global way, how it's connected to more than just you, how it's connected to maybe a family group, right? Yeah, and this is good. This will come out for you eventually. Eventually, you're going to have a big idea, my beautiful Aquarians, and it is going to lead you, like it's going to be small to start, but it's going to grow, and you will have this great energy coming towards you, and you will eventually be the Empress, and financial independence will come in, but some of you have not yet given up your sword. And by sword, I mean ego. It's just in the cards. I mean, I'm not saying that that's not the case for all signs, right? But it's a particular message coming through for you today. Victory is yours. You don't see it yet. You have a divine partnership here. It is going to happen for you. And I'm excited because this looks pretty darn good. We're going to take it over to the extended, my beautiful Aquarians. And when we do that, I want you to come in and listen for messages, because the people that you've been praying to, some of you have been praying, that person is here and they are really coming through very clearly. So I'm going to take it to the other side right now, and we're going to pull some cards from Timothy Lance's Archeon deck, and we're going to get some clarity about that energy of putting down your sword. We're going to get some clarity about that Emperor and Empress, what is going on there. Your divine partners are here. Okay, so if you have, if you're looking for that divine partnership, it's here. It's coming in, but you have to put down your ego. You have to manage your ego. If you don't manage your ego, it could be a decade delay. We're going to clarify all that on the other side. In the meantime, Heidi would like me to pull you a beautiful card, one of her oracle cards. Heidi is one of my friends on the other side. She died in 2019 and was a true psychic medium, and that's how she kind of developed these cards, because she knew she was probably going to pass. And about a year and a half before she did, these cards came out. And she made sure everybody had a pack. It was unbelievable. She would do these things called Messenger on Mondays. And I dubbed it #mom, because she was like the mom of tarot for me. She was like the mom of all psychics. She was like a mother. She really cared about people. And she sort of would give away packs of the card. Like, she never sold any of them. She just gave them away to people that would attend, because she wanted to be able to communicate, and she knew what was happening and we didn't. And so, you know, I had some sense of what was going on, and I talked to her a little bit about it, and she kind of reassured me. And when people are reassuring, you just want to kind of believe them. You don't want it to be true. Like I saw my friend Jay died. He's coming in through the Kitsune deck there. He's telling me to pick up one of those cards. Okay, I'm going to. I saw his passing happen the day it happened. It came through in a big weekend energy reading. If you're wondering where those are, that's why they don't exist at this time, because that happened to me, and I'm a little traumatized by that. Like, I literally saw it happen, and it was the very day that it happened. And I'm like looking, he was a Vedic Leo, and I'm looking at Leo, and I'm like, oh wow, you guys, I think this could be a death. And then I'm sugarcoating, and I'm like, oh, maybe not. In the meantime, maybe yes. And I found out like the next day, and just was literally devastated. And I'm still pretty pretty much grieving that loss. So I just can't kind of do big energy now because, yeah, I mean, that's just going to take a bit. So this is waiting for you. Come on over to Patreon, and I'm going to go ahead and clarify those things that we talked about in this reading. If you want to come over to Patreon, I would love to welcome you there. I'll see you in a few moments. Until then, have a great week. Bye, Aquarius.